All tucked in? Here we go.
Supposed to do that.
Alright, finally, episode 1, Area 51 podcast about anime, video games, and the best of everything. Today I have Lily with me. Today, and I also have Skylar.
How's it going?
And we...
music?
Wait, hold on. Just cue this up. Everybody, meet the infamous Garrett.
Hi.
All I heard was cunts.
Alright,
That's the only word that ever matters.
we are simple, entertainment-loving people, so we're just here to bring you the best podcast we can. Be that as it may, I will start off with what is everybody watching, reading, or playing, as in anime, video games, or light novels, I guess, or mangas. Manga. Got a correct me term over here. Lily, let's start off with you. What have you been doing?
Well, I've been reading like Soul Eater and Black Butler.
This
Soul Eater's good.
Yeah, still going.
What's the story arc on Black Butler? That's actually kind of interesting. Because I just finished Black Butler 2, and Black Butler 2 is okay.
Black Butler it's completely different from the show, I would say. Because CL is in a school and Undertaker is evil. He's creating zombies.
Dang. Well, where I left off of Black Butler 2 is like, he's a demon now. And he doesn't really do much now. So I'm wondering, does he create contracts with new people now?
In the manga, he's not even a demon.
What? What is
He's
he?
still human.
Also, Black Butler 2 was a completely different adaptation?
Yeah, it was completely different.
Their own thing? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Skylar, what have you been doing? Did you do what I asked you?
Finished One Piece? No. I read about it and I did not like it.
Like what?
He's like mad at giants and I just did not understand.
Yeah, Attack on Titan is as good as everyone claims it is.
I heard you say you finished One Piece, like you're at like episode 600 something. You did?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I'm on episode 1. I got 590 something episodes plus to do.
It goes up
I want to do One Piece so bad. It looks awesome. I look at the remaster, like how it's remastered, because like I look at episode 1 and it's like, oh, this is obviously done in the 90s. And then I look at like episode 500 something. It looks all polished up. It looks clean. Luffy looks more detailed.
Yeah, it gets better.
It's like Lily, do you read Fairy Tail or do you watch it mainly?
Yeah, I read Fairy Tail, and I watch it too.
Do you kind of watch it or do you more or less read it?
I more read it because it's like Fairy Tail's like at a standstill at the point that it is right now.
Yeah.
Because they haven't updated.
You finished all of Fairy Tail anime, right?
Yeah.
They stayed true to the manga, right? They didn't try to cut anything out too much,
Yeah,
right?
well, except for like 2 arcs. They added in 2 arcs. One that's coming up
the
in the
anime
English dub
added
with
2 arcs.
Yeah.
That could be good.
It was this the Starry Sky one, whatever it was, when Aracian Stace comes back. And then another one where Natsu gets trapped in something.
Right now I'm at episode 60 because I follow the dub. I can't do sub.
Cool.
Well, I could do sub, but I don't want to. I follow the dub. They're on episode 60 right now, and I just met Wendy. Jalal is back, which is getting me weird. Who's Jalal? Who's Mystigan? You know, who's Mystigan? Who's Jalal? I don't know.
It comes up in a loss.
It'll come up. Yeah,
It'll come up again.
I'm like all right here, like the thing, Fairy Tail. I like Fairy Tail. I almost didn't watch it because Garrett told me it was like 175 episodes. And I was like, that's a little pushing it. And then I started it, and I just beasted out like all the way till like what was it, the Loxus arc, where they thought Loxus was a Dragon Slayer, but he really wasn't. I busted that out in like a week. It was fun.
I started that series.
Hey, you'll love
like I
it.
spoiled any of like the really recent chapters.
Started that series. Come on.
True. You'll like it, Skylar. If you like One Piece, you'll love Fairy Tail. That was the best music I've ever heard.
Garrett showed me like an episode.
Fairy Tail is like some of the best soundtracks.
That might be adding.
Yeah.
Like when it's serious, when it's. I love it when they're always fighting in the guild. Like whenever they're having a guild fight, that's always funny. Ooh, Attack on Titan while he's gone. So how far are you?
Waiting for tomorrow's episode.
Really? Yes.
Yeah.
It's a good show, right?
Yeah.
It's a great show.
Oh, Potato Girl.
I love Potato Girl. She's awesome. She's kind of a badass,
awesome.
too. She's like a hidden badass because what I also need to understand is she's also made it to the top 10, and she's the most looniest character I've ever seen in an anime.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to Sword Art Online type Attack on Titan, you know? Like I don't want to rely just on him but I know we won't, because also we have Levi, we have Mikasa.
Oh, yeah, Levi.
So, I have a fun little thing. What is probably the top 3 ideal animes to show to newbies?
That's hard.
I got a list. I made a quick list. My list would have to be either Full Metal Alchemist or Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Black Lagoon, and I'm gonna have to say Black Butler. Black Butler is a good start one. Like the first Black Butler, that's a good start.
Yeah.
Thing about
It's actually, I think, the most.
You watched Black Butler too, right? Right, Lily? You finished Black Butler too, right?
Yeah, I finished the entirety of it.
That leads me to the question, Lily, is the fan service directed towards guys, is that annoying to you?
No, not really.
Do you find some is there a lot of fan service in One Piece? I mean, I know Nami is big now, and she's always wearing a swimsuit, but I don't really count that as fan service. Like, yeah, it is, but
sometimes it just zooms up on that spot, though. There's a way.
I'm surprised they're not like, because I know there's a lot of filler. There's the beach episode, of course. They're freaking pirates, but yeah. When I think One Piece, I don't think fan service. I think really weird character designs.
Yeah. Honestly, I couldn't stand the voices in either dub course. So
Really?
I started reading it. Yeah.
You tend not to like voices either dub or that's a first.
I know, it was the first show that I had that happen.
Wow, I've heard the sub elitists. I've heard the sub and dub people. I've never heard somebody say I don't like dub and I don't like subs. I'm gonna read.
Yeah, it's the only time that's ever happened with me.
I want to segue into it easily. Oh, I gotta talk to you about Mirai Nikki. I won't spoil it. Will not spoil it. But I will tell you the impact. Like I told you about it already, right? It's about a future. Imagine waking up, your phone could tell you your whole future in the span of the day. Imagine that, right? Crazy, right?
Yeah.
You know what the main character does? What he uses it right off the bat. He uses his phone and he cheats off of the test because all the test answers are there on his phone because it reads the future. So what he does is that he checks his phone and he cheats all the answers. So one of the first things he does with it is pretty juvenile. But it has a slow start. When you first start streaming it or wherever you do it in, I'm actually gonna buy it. Funimation's dubbing it. Can't wait for the dub. I actually heard the trailer. I haven't heard any of the major scenes that really I loved about Mirai Nikki. I haven't heard like this or that. like the way it's like. I've imagined Tumblr has a lot of anime, so you've had to see the yandere face where it's like all like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've had to see that face. That's the number one face. It's a great face. The way it's set up is the beginning is the end, or the beginning is the very beginning actually, and at the end they tell you what happened at the beginning. So it'll be confusing at first. As soon as you get in, it'll be like confusing. Like something happened and you don't really know what happened. Somebody dies and you don't really know who died. So you end up trying to you end up with questions already off the bat. And then it jumps right to the present. How everything's going. It has a really slow start. By this last 5 minutes is when it really gets good. That's where steps in. That's where she reveals who she is, what she is capable of, and how much of a real guy. I used to call the main character a pussy. He was just an excuse. But the more and more I watch it, the more and more I analyze it in my head, he's just a regular dude. Like, if you think about it, half the people at my school that reacted just like him would react exactly the same. Scared out of their lives. Why the hell are they being chased? They don't know what to do. There's a phone and that can tell their future. They don't even know why. Just because of an imaginary friend said they would, but it's really the god of time and space that your imaginary friend is. What got me sold was probably the second episode. The second episode, high action, high bass. You really see, shine in the second episode. But she shines throughout the whole series. I mean, she has great moments. But by the time of episode, I think it was 18, is where Yuki, the main male character, steps in and understands what this game is. Like, he does not want to accept that you have to survive in this game, and the only way to do that is to kill or be killed. He does not understand that until like episode 17. And it's a slow build up. Everybody who doesn't like Renegade usually complains about the characters. And the characters are not that bad. You have to give them a chance. You have to relate to them. And people don't relate to being the pussy, even though they know they'd probably be just like that in a real life situation.
Yeah.
I mean, Death Note was a pretty okay live action. I heard it was even better than the anime sometimes. Like the live action.
Really?
That's what I heard.
I never saw them.
I don't know. Though I didn't give the live action a chance just because they couldn't do that potato chip eating so epic. I mean, you cannot eat a potato chip to that kind of music in a live action.
Yeah.
I'll take a potato chip. It's pretty good. I love it. I love it. Everything was to the letter of the manga. Actually, if you watch Moreniki now, it's 26 episodes. At the end, you could be confused, like the very, very end, like the last 20 seconds end, you could be confused, but that's where the second season, the OVA comes into place.
Okay.
Give it a chance, it'll be awesome. Where do you watch your anime? Do you stream it, or do you buy it sometimes?
I just find it online. Anywhere. I can have a few sites I use.
I like Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll's a great place. Just because they do 1080p, 720p.
Yeah.
They're also doing Hunter x Hunter there. I didn't even know Hunter x Hunter was remade.
Really?
Yeah, they're like remastered. Kind of like I think the same route as Fullmetal Alchemist did with Brotherhood. Remastered, well done,
okay.
Well written. I might check it out. It's at episode 200 right now, so I don't know how far-fetched I can go to 200 episodes. Because I also plan to watch Inuyasha again. Inuyasha.
That's one I was told about.
It used to be on Adult Swim. I used to watch it sometimes, but I could never stay up so late when I was like 7. Especially with Adult Swim.
Yeah. Did you know that Sword Art Online is actually being released on Toonami in English dub?
The English dub's coming out on Toonami? I might actually watch Toonami now. Because everything that's on Toonami, I've watched. I plan on watching Bleach too. I want to watch Bleach too.
Yeah.
I like Bleach.
Yeah, are you starting that?
Me?
Yeah, you gonna start Bleach soon?
I already watched a lot of it.
What episode are you
I
on?
started reading the manga.
You started reading Bleach?
I don't know what
I can't read Bleach.
Yeah.
Ichigo's too awesome to read Bleach.
It got to the point where there's no fighting and it was just like storylines, so I wanted to know.
Really?
And
Alright.
dude, the last arc, well, actually, the reason I started reading was because the whole wait for the the last arc. Pretty good arc.
Don Panini.
You know Kenpachi?
Nude. Not yet.
Oh, you haven't watched it?
I'm up to episode 5. I'm slow with the shonens. Like, the only reason I'm up to speed in Naruto is because of the video games.
So the only Shinigami that you've met are Rukia and Ichigo.
Yep. I kind of like Rukia.
Man.
She's funny. Did she get funnier?
Well, no. Well, I don't remember really. I haven't watched it in a while.
You read it. I wonder if I can read a
I
manga.
don't think she's in.
There has to be a manga one day where I could read. I don't know yet. I hope I find that manga.
Death Note. Death Note to read.
Yeah, you can read Death Note easy. Death Note was so boring to me the first 10 episodes. Like, I love the mind games. I love L. But when Light lost his memory, that's where it was good for me. Because that's where L and Light, like, what's going to happen? Are they going to fight again? Are they going to, I love the L and Light thing when they were together. Not when they were enemies and they had no idea who each other are. But when they were together, they were awesome. I loved it when they were together. Yaoi, none intended.
I was about to talk about the ending, but I wasn't going to spoil anything. I was just going to say that Light chose.
Okay, I was at the part where L and Light met their fate, and that's where I think the anime should have ended. I think L, where he ended it, was good enough for me. Like where Light was, where he was at the time, I think that was good. I think that's where they should have ended. I don't think they should have continued. I think that's where they would have been good. Even though it wouldn't have been great with the fangirls. Lily.
I actually liked the rest of it. I did not like the L thing. Well, up until the very end, I liked it, and then that very last second, I hated the rest of it.
Did you watch the sub or dub of Death Note, Lily?
I only read it.
You only read it? Did you hear their voices
Yeah.
at all?
I heard Lights.
His sub voice or dub voice?
Dub.
I hope you didn't give L a high voice, like a high-pitched voice in your head.
No.
He has like the lowest voice I've ever heard.
I don't remember.
It shows how much like he's a food fanatic in the manga, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What I also didn't know is that L basically loves Misa Misa. Like
Yeah.
her image as a celebrity, I did not know that. Like in the anime, it didn't really show it that much. I mean, yeah, he watched the commercials when he met her. He grabbed on her butt a little bit. But I didn't know that he was like fanboy over Misa Misa almost. That was pretty interesting to me. I mean, I can't see L as a fanboy. When he's got millions of fangirls for him.
But if you think about it, if you knew L in real life, he would be that creepy kid.
I was almost gonna put Death Note as a good anime for newbies, but it's not. It's too slow.
It's a good manga to read for beginners, but
you need to tolerate how it's no action except for the mind games. Greatest mind game anime almost next to Code Geass. Code Geass and Death Note, one of the best, like, thinking far ahead I've ever watched. But if I was a newbie, I would have dropped it like at episode 3.
I need to watch all of Code Geass.
You haven't finished Code Geass? Or do you know about Code Geass though, right?
I've only seen... I know, like, basically what it is, and then I know the ending, but I never watched it from the
Oh yeah, Garrett spoiled, huh?
Yeah.
No, wait, no, that he might be wrong.
Which is way better than than Light, though.
Yeah. Light was... You know how you guys told me that you might hate Light at the end? I didn't really hate him. I just felt like he's kind of your little... I felt sorry for him because he was in a pathetic way.
The first time I read it, I was all Light. Like, I just wanted Light to
You were
win.
Team Light.
And then
Team
I got
Light.
to that point. Yeah, and then I was... Fuck. And then... I was...
Oh, hey, Lily, anytime you get a chance, did you ever, like, give the anime a chance at all or anything like that?
For
Like,
Death Note, or
yeah, Death Note. You ever, like, watch a little bit of it?
I watched a little bit of the first episode.
Check out the ending episode, and also check out when L and Light had their moment where Light was pretty confident that he pretty much won. Check that out.
Okay.
Check that out on YouTube. You'll laugh your ass off. You'll laugh.
Alright.
And make sure it's like,
I like the...
if you can find a video that says Light Yagami in various voices, it'll be even better. Like, because then there's a Japanese, and then there's the English, and then there's a French. It's so funny. I kid you not.
I like the part with the chips.
We were just talking about that.
Oh, really?
They can't do that in the manga. If you think about it, if you were reading that in the manga, it wouldn't have been of that epic. It's along with that music, those sparkles when he just ripped it. That's awesome. Pretty awesome. Segue right into video game stuff. I know how much Lily wants to talk about video games. Like, she is just dying on the inside to talk about video games. Jesus. Anyways, one thing about Code Geass, it's supposedly the end. Apparently, it's not the end. What Garrett told you is a little bit flawed. Lily, you have not seen Code Geass, huh?
I actually did watch it.
You watched R2 too? Like R2?
Yeah, I watched all of it.
That ending, huh?
Yeah.
That ending.
Yeah.
I should have cried.
Wait, are you talking?
No, it's what Lelouch did to everybody. Like what he did, I couldn't believe it. What he could have done, what he was capable of doing, how quick he did it. I should have cried at the end, but I didn't. I was so pissed off I wasn't crying. Oh, is Ace's moment with Luffy? You know what I'm talking about, right, Sky?
Yeah.
Is it really that emotional? Is it have a lot of
It
feels?
wasn't as bad.
Is it a lot of feels?
It had quite a few, but
Because
honestly,
Garrett
I
blew it out of proportion. I swear to God, he was.
Oh. Okay, well, I don't think that was as bad as the time with Going Merry, the ship. The part with the ship
That feels. That feels.
Dude, like, I did not think I would cry about a ship. I almost busted into tears. It felt that bad.
Yeah, watch Code Geass, dude. It's the first season is all mind games and mecha battles, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
It's like
I've
a
only
big
seen, like,
game of
3
chess.
episodes, but-
It's good. C2 is pretty awesome. But you know who's my favorite character? Can you guys guess? It's Professor Lloyd. That's my favorite character. You know that professor with ADHD who made the... Is it the Lancelot? Yeah, it's the Lancelot. The white
Yeah.
one. He's my favorite character.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Alright.
He's purple hair, he has big eyeglasses, and I don't know why he's my favorite character. He's just so funny.
I don't remember.
It's one of my favorite lines is, it was where Nina asked Lloyd how is it that he's able to do all these things and not have a conscious mind, and Lloyd said, "I haven't had a conscious mind in years. I'm a sociopath." I was like, okay, Lloyd, I know why you're so sciencey driven now. I love you. Lily, who's your favorite?
I'm forgetting his name right now, please.
A lot of my friends like Suzaku, apparently.
Yeah, it's Suzaku.
Suzaku?
Which one's him?
Yeah.
He's the Japanese who is an honored Britannian, but he wants to fight for Britannia even though he's Japanese, which just pisses me off more and more. Like,
Was he the main rival of Lelouch?
mhm.
I think I remember him.
What I like about Suzaku is that he stays true to what he wants to do, but he doesn't understand why Lelouch is such a necessary evil. Lelouch is evil, by far. He is evil. But he's a necessary evil. And I don't like that. I do like that he's simple, that Suzaku's simple-minded, that good is good, you should always do good, no matter what. I do like that sometimes, but when...
You
What?
really confused me at this point.
He's a...
'Cause
Okay,
the end
think
that
of
you
Lelouch.
told me, and then you told me that there's a different one, and then I'm just confused because you're saying
Lelouch is evil.
like full evil.
Lelouch is very evil. Suzaku's is a good guy. He's a good guy through and through. No matter what he does, it's always for good. But it may not be good for the Japanese, and it may not be good for Britannia, as long as he sees in his eyes it's he does the right thing because the right thing is the right thing to do. That's Suzaku in a nutshell. Lelouch understands that in order to change the world, you gotta get your hands dirty. That's Lelouch in a nutshell, too. Am I right, Lily?
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh.
I kind of hate you right now because I just finished One Piece, got my life back, and now I want to get into Code Geass.
I had my life. You know, my life was not dedicated to my computer or my phone. And now Code Geass is going to come in by swarm. Fuck you. Yeah. You'll get into it. But the cool thing about Code Geass sometimes is it'll end on a cliffhanger sometimes, but sometimes it won't, so you can easily stop it. Like, it'll end, like, there's always one filler episode. I don't know why. You notice that there's always at least one filler episode in every single anime? I found a filler episode in Fate Zero. It's called the first episode. The first episode of Fate Zero, I kid you not, is a 40-minute, almost a documentary on the Holy Grail War, and it's boring. It's the slowest start ever. I hate the start, but all in all, I'm watching Fate Zero right now. It's beautiful. It's just beautiful. Love it. Yeah, Code Geass is fun. You can stop it at any time if you want. It may end up cliffhanger sometimes, but that all depends on you if you really want to finish it. It depends on how big the cliffhanger is for you. Like, cause like sometimes I stopped Code Geass around episode 16, and then I restarted it just before school was about to end. Like you know that whole week of senior parties and everything? I just finished Code Geass R2, and I was talking to Garrett about it. Like I started Code Geass March. I went into the episode 15, stopped it, and then right before like the whole week you guys were doing stuff, and before the week you guys were doing stuff, I blasted it through and I loved it. It's just like it leaves you the R2. In my mind I thought was better because of the ending and what it did. So R1 will be good. You'll love R1. If you're me, you'll want to finish R2 like until you don't sleep, like type finish.
That's how it was with SA.
I guess right now would be a good time to segue into video games. I guess I'll get on with what I'm playing. I just finished actually a week ago. Like, you guys hear about the Deadpool game?
Yeah. It looks pretty good.
Funny, bro. Funny. It's by far the funniest game I've ever played. It's not. The graphics aren't great. The gameplay is easy, and it's an easy game. It's kind of boring sometimes, but I played it for Deadpool, and I played it for the cutscenes. Cutscenes are funny, awesome, just all around good. Deadpool himself is Deadpool, the merc with the mouth, awesome guy. I mean, who doesn't love Deadpool?
Does he eat any chimichangas?
Yes. With a mask on, like Kakashi. And then he breaks the fourth wall again. Hey, player, don't you think you could have rethought the mask thing? He destroys the fourth.
I want to play it.
It's worth the rent. You can rent it, play it. You'll be done in probably, if you really dedicate it, and you're really just a good player, you'll probably beat it in about 2 days. Like, you'll wake up, play it, and then you'll go to sleep, and then you wake up, play it, probably finish it by midday. It's not that. It's 5 to 6 hours for the average gamer. 5 to 6 hours. Lily, are you looking forward to anything on when it comes to game wise, like maybe like on the DS or the Wii or the computer?
Not really. I don't really play video games. I was gonna start playing League of Legends though.
Oh, let's go to Skylar's topic, Kingdom Hearts. That looks cool. It looks polished. It looks like it has a lot better gears when it comes to the gameplay. Like, it looks like the gameplay is a lot smooth. Like, because I remember playing Kingdom Hearts on my PlayStation 1. And it was, I mean, back in the day, PlayStation 1 was, it wasn't the greatest gameplay in the world. It always had its bugs. But this one looks like pretty cool. Like, I saw the trailer itself when he was running through buildings and parkouring the shit out of things. It looked awesome.
Number 3?
Yeah, number 3 that's going to come out. Which one does that, is that an exclusive? Or is it in all platforms?
Yeah, no, I think it's for Xbox and PlayStation now.
Oh, it's all platforms?
Just that one. I don't think it's for Wii.
Aww. And it's a Disney game.
I know. Too bad. I don't deserve it.
Is it, wait, is Kingdom Hearts made by Japan studios? Like Japanese studios? Is it a Japanese game? I don't want to say it is.
By Square Enix.
It is the... oh shit, I forgot the main character's name. Wait, who's the main protagonist? Yeah. He looks anime art style a little bit.
Did you play number 2?
Not too much. You ever play a Kingdom Hearts game?
I didn't really.
Way back in the day?
Yeah. I did once.
I never finished mine. I never got to finish my game. I wish I could have. Like, I loved meeting all the Disney characters and playing with them. It was always so fun. And I love the music in the game. The music was good for me. I still remember the music, which is a shocker to me.
I really like the.
That's another point I want to bring up real quick. I know we already passed anime. Manga doesn't have music. Music makes things so much more dramatic, though. Like, if you think about it.
When things get serious.
Like, if you think about it, okay, you gotta be honest with me. If you were to read One Piece, like, just read it, you would not feel emotionally attached to some things more than if there was no music at all. Versus when there is music, you have to feel that stuff that happens. With the music, it amplifies it. That's another good point. I want everybody in the comments who's listening to this podcast right now, type your argument of anime or manga. That's it. We're done with anime. We're done. No more. Silence. Ooh, I want to talk to you guys about this game. It's called Spec Ops: The Line. Have you heard it? You heard of Spec Ops, right, Skylar?
I know what Spec Ops is, but I don't think I heard of that one.
Okay, well, this new game is. I played it, I rented it, finished it in about a day. It's that short. But it's a really, really good game because of what it did. What does every modern day shooter try to do? They make you feel like you're the hero, you're out in this foreign country, these foreigners are threatening you, right? They're threatening your safety, they're threatening your government. That's what probably most shooters do, you know. In Battlefield, you play as the American Marines. In the Call of Duty series, you play as that one guy who can only do the impossible, right? In Halo, you're that one guy who's always killing the Covenant because you're the freaking chief. What Spec Ops does is it looks like a modern day shooter. It has the guy right there. You know, he has that gun in the hand. You know what a modern day shooter cover looks like, right, Lily? You know, all that kind of raggedy stuff, you know, right?
The one guy standing right there.
Yeah, that one guy. He's obviously going to be the main character. You play it, you pop it in. What it looks like is what you're expecting. A low budget $30 rental you just bought or not $30, $10 rental. You just bought, and it's about an hour into the gameplay. You're set in Dubai, which is Middle East, worst city in the Middle East I've ever heard. I mean, like, Dubai is like, everybody is rich in Dubai, but everybody who's outside of Dubai is the most poverty third world country I've ever heard. Like, they basically suck everything out of these poverty people, anything they can, to be rich as hell. Dubai is a shitty place in real life. Well, you're set in Dubai. Dubai right now is engulfed in a sandstorm. I mean, skyscrapers look like modern day buildings because of how big the sandstorm is. And there was an American battalion sent out in Dubai rescue survivors of the sandstorm. It was a whole battalion. I'm talking a whole battalion. Like, it's huge. And they never came back. Their commander sent out a distress signal saying that their mission failed. They never said they were coming back. And they said what happened. They said that the mission failed. They could not extract the people out of Dubai. With that, they sent out a Delta Force, a 3-man squad, a Delta Force. And it's the main character you play as, which is that strict, finish the mission type character. There's a black guy, and he's just a black guy. Not being racist at all, just a black guy. And then there's a wisecracking white boy there. And he's his first line is, "Sir, I have permission to speak. I have this emergency distress signal from the home base that is my pants, and they are saying chafing. Chafing. It's private chafing." He's a funny dude. An hour into the gameplay, you're shooting. I think it's Dubai military police, and they're like what's left of the people of Dubai. Everybody else is random citizens if they live in Dubai. And then you start learning more and more about the 33rd Battalion and how they were scattered, and like you're making assumptions that maybe they turned against each other, maybe they didn't. You find more and more 33rd Battalion, and then you find out that the CIA has been branched to look for the 33rd Battalion before you. So there was a 33rd Battalion, then the CIA got sent out, and now this Delta Force is getting sent out. And as soon as you learn that, you learn that the CIA is working with the military Dubai police that you just killed. So now you're thinking, these are American CIA working with Dubai military police. This is not adding up. And they're looking for the 33rd. Now, at first glance, it looks like the CIA has corrupted people. What they don't know is that the 33rd planned to stay in Dubai and help the people. They weren't planning on extracting them. They weren't planning on getting them out. They're planning on surviving in Dubai, which is the most. It's been run down. I don't know how they could have thought of that. But the CIA tried to get them out. 33rd react, no, we want to stay. They clashed, and it's been going on, and then you're jumped right into the middle of it. You end up not with any knowledge of it. You have to take the CIA's word that they say that the 33rd has gone crazy. They've gone apeshit crazy. Something's wrong with their heads. You know, they're just working against you. So you end up having to shoot these American soldiers. And when I was playing it, why am I doing this? Like, I know it's a game. I know I'm supposed to play in order to advance into the levels. But I feel like absolute shit that I am killing these people, that they probably have families back home. They're Americans, and they're actually shouting out American and things like that. Like sometimes you'll hear in the distance they're dying right now, and they have like other things concerning them. Like
if they weren't American, wouldn't feel bad about their family.
Yeah. What I don't understand is, like, I wish the 33rd would have just stopped and asked you, like, what the hell's going on, try to come to an agreement. Apparently they really don't trust anybody anymore that are shipped out of America to help them, because they don't see them as help anymore. I guess the CIA kind of being assholes to the 33rd now. And it's just, when you're killing these American soldiers, there's even an execute function where you can execute them if they're dying right in front of you. And like, I have never felt so shitty about killing somebody in a game in my life. Leaves. It's a good game. Wouldn't recommend it to people of the lighthearted.
Sorry. Well, I pressed name that again.
Come on, Skylar. I feel like that's a good game that I've played recently so far. You play anything recently, Skylar?
I've just been playing Pokemon still.
Which one? The X and Y?
Black 2.
Oh, Black 2.
That didn't come out till October. Come on.
I'm not keeping up with the tabs of Pokemon ever since they added more and more and more, and catching them all becomes a really, really hard challenge. Like, I feel like if I'm gonna catch them all, I better get ready to start grinding.
Honestly, I didn't think I was gonna buy Black or White, and I did. So.
It's on the DS, right? Played on DS, right? You have a 3DS or DS?
I have a 3DS.
They're really 3D? They really look like it? Like it looks good?
Yeah, sort of. You have to look at it at the perfect angle, or else it'll just like be all bad. You can change the intensity of the 3D, because if you have it all the way up, you're probably gonna get a headache really fast.
I haven't played Pokemon since I had a Game Boy.
That's a
You know how
long time
old
ago.
Game Boy is? That is 2002.
Yeah. Wait, color or advanced?
Color. Color came out in 2002,
Long
if I remember right.
No, I think it came out in. No. I remember getting it when I was young. But I don't remember it being.
I had a color when I was 7, and that was about 8 years ago.
Pretty sure I had mine in first grade. And that
I was in kindergarten, or I think about to be in elementary school. It was a long time ago. You ever play a Pokemon game, Lou?
Yeah. How?
Do you have Pokemon? Or you still play it at all?
Sometimes. Since the game I have is Crystal, I occasionally play it
Oh, you have Crystal.
on Game Boy Advance. Yeah.
Oh, you still have a Game Boy Advance? Awesome.
Yeah.
I wish I could find my Game Boy Color. It was so cool to me.
You can't find yours?
No,
Hold on.
I lost mine in storage. Like, a game I like to play on my Game Boy Advance, it was a Monsters Inc. game. I had a Monsters Inc. game. That's how old I had a Game Boy Color. I had a lot of games. You still have your Game Boy Color, dude?
I have Pokemon and everything.
Oh, God. Let me see the fossil, dude. Dude, look at that thing. I had the rectangle one. I had the little rectangle one.
Advanced?
Yeah, the advanced
I
one.
have that one too.
That is a fossil.
I have all my old.
I mean, I could if I managed to find my Game Boy one day. I look at those graphics. I used to think those were realistic at a point. I still have my GameCube. I remember how Medal of Honor looked like the most realistic game I've ever played, and it was on GameCube.
Did you ever get the Pokemon games for the GameCube?
I bought one Pokemon because I just had to have a Pokemon. Everybody needs at least one Pokemon in their game library.
But for GameCube?
For the GameCube, yeah, I think it was a Pikachu game mainly based. It was like mainly based on Pikachu.
A Pokemon Punch.
I got it because my GameCube was my first console. I was so happy. I was like a 10-year-old kid. It was like Christmas for me on every single day. And I spent millions and millions of minutes on that thing. It was a time consumer because I thought another thing was cool was like the discs were small, so those are cute. I don't know. Pokemon, I don't think it'll ever see an end, but I don't think it'll ever see a giant like skyrocket of everybody buy this game right now because it's the greatest game in the world.
They already hit that. That was the first
That was the first game.
3 games.
Yeah,
Everyone's getting bored of it now.
it's a fun game, but you know it'll never hit that sky launch that it used to hit. Like for some reason, everybody's complaining about the new Call of Duty Ghost. Yet millions and millions of people are going to line up for that game and buy it. You know,
I don't understand why anymore.
they're the greatest marketing team I've ever seen. They know how to sell a game.
No,
It's because of their connections as well. I mean, if you think about it, if Infinity Ward and Activision really spread out with their advertisements, they could hit up, I don't know, UFC, they could hit up the NFL, they could hit up the MLB to advertise their game. Go out and buy this game. Everybody's exposed to it easily. And it's a little kid game. Every little kid, my brother wants Call of Duty Ghosts just because it looks cool. I remember being that little kid. You remember being those little kids that bought a franchise game just because it looked cooler than your older franchise game? Those are the good games.
Yeah.
A marketed team knows how to draw in a little kid easily.
They definitely everything nowadays.
Well, I think we're on our last topic. Let me just write this down. Do a little bit more Xbox One, PS4 talk. I got new info on the Xbox One. The Xbox One is now backwards compatible, as well as the PS4. I thought, did the PS4 announce that they were backwards compatible the day of their at E3? I think they did.
I'm not sure.
Because what I did hear,
I didn't watch them.
what I did hear is that you'll be, as soon as you join PSN Network, you'll get like millions of free games on PSN Network easily on cloud, which is cool. What I'm hoping is that you'll be able to play backwards compatible. Xbox One really needs as much as they can to save themselves from the hole they kind of dug themselves into, as well as their stocks. They went down hard. No one's investing in Microsoft anymore. Which is like, I want to say, is TV dying when it comes to that? No. I'm noticing a lot of things though. I'm noticing it could, because Xbox One uses the internet mostly a lot, and Xbox One is trying to conjoin with TV. Now I understand what they're trying to do. You know, they're trying to appeal to the people that have TV and want a gaming thing. That's fine. If you're a gaming console, stay a gaming console, not a TV VCR or whatever DVR. But I'm noticing things that I think TV could be dying, but it's such a basic thing, and it's cheap entertainment that it'll be here for the long run. But I could easily see a lot of people starting to move onto the internet because I mean, we have so much stuff now with Netflix, Hulu, all these kind of online things. I could easily download all of How I Met Your Mother in about tonight.
Yeah.
But you know, why would I want to wait weekly when I can marathon everything when I wanted to? And yeah, I get that. This is why I think internet could kill TV one day, just not today. But I can see it could. It has the potential. It has a lot of potential.
I can see that happening, but I just don't see it happening anytime soon.
Yeah. Lily, what do you think about that? Do you think it could do it? Do you think it could do it, Lily? Do you think internet has that potential?
Yeah.
Because I mean, like, so many people are on Tumblr and on Facebook and about on Twitter that they're not talking about TV that much, but they when they have access to the internet, I mean, like, people would rather scroll through their Facebook and Tumblr all day instead of go watch the latest episode of their whatever show. It certainly has potential. I mean, like, I can see it one day, but just not next year or the year after that. But in 2030, in the year 2030, I want my Nerve gear, because that's when it's supposed to come out. I will pre-order it. I hope to see you guys on Sword Art Online in 2030. Lily, if you are on Sword Art Online, I make sure that you go dual wielding with me because I need a partner.
Yeah. Alright.
No joke. They said in the next 25 years, or 20 years or so, that virtual reality, just like Sword Art Online, could be a thing. I would not see the problem with being trapped. So, like, if the creator of whatever game I'm going to be playing is say, You have to beat this game in order to leave it. Like, all right, I'll take my time.
Yeah.
Would you play Sword Art Online? Like, even though you could die, would you play it?
I'd play it, yeah.
I've seen like a couple of things like they're going with the new version where it's just a visor. I've seen some helmets. I've seen some weird shit. It's pretty cool, but I know it's going to take a lot of time.
Yeah.
To see Sword Art Online as a real game, it'd be awesome. As like an MMO, be very cool.
Mm-hmm.
That'll conclude Area 51, Episode 1 podcast. Finally, in Episode 1, we got it. We did it. Woohoo! We have more than 3 people, even though Garrett is a loser. People listening to this podcast, type Garrett sucks, please. I love you. I am Ricky.
I'm Lily.
That'd be Lily. That'd be Skylar. And we will see you guys next episode. Bye.